This week we visit the Aeolian Islands in the Tyrrhenian Sea. The 7 islands are nestled off the north coast of Sicily. This is a stunning cruising ground with line-of-sight navigation between the volcanic islands, which are just an afternoon's passage away. For this week's cruise we have a German-built Bavaria 46 cruiser from 2020. She has 4 double cabins, 2 with ensuite shower rooms. In total she can accommodate up to 10 guests. She has everything you would expect from a modern charter yacht: hot showers, the latest B&G navigation equipment and easy to use roller reefing on the main and the Geneva. Just before we departed, we had a quick trip to the local supermarket for provisions. We fueled up and had a briefing on the cruising ground by Gianni. Carla had time to catch up with Eldon from A2A Yachting to ask about the local availability of boats.
So, Eldon, could you tell us about the different kinds of boats you can offer on this coast?
The choice of boats is very reasonable in the area. The most popular ones are luxury crew catamarans between 50 and 70 foot, including Bali 5.4, New Lagoon 55, and due to be delivered Sunreef 70 in April 2022. Most yachting parties rent on a bareboat basis, however, including monohulls from Jano, Beneteau and Bavaria, and in particular the sailing catamarans from Bali, Lagoon and Fountain Pajot. The Lux gullets are not big in numbers here, but those that are available are excellent and highly recommendable for parties up to 12 persons in particular. And finally, there are also a number of luxury motor yachts and super yachts up to 200 feet here.
Our week's journey will take us to the smouldering island of Volcano, the capital of the islands, Lipari, Panarea, Salina, Vilcudi, and then back to Sicily and the yacht's home port of Porto Rossa. It was finally time to drop the lines, head out to sea and make our way to our first destination, Volcano, around 3 hours north. Time for a little research on this evening's anchorage.
We have just left the port of Porto Rossa and we are in direction of the Volcano Island. It's no wind, it looks like it's windy but it's not. There's not enough wind to sail as normal. I think we're gonna find a hard time to find wind to sail this week. It's about 6-7 knots for the whole week.
As we rounded the east coast of Volcano, we were taken in by the sheer beauty of these magnificent cliffs. The main anchorage is on the northeast tip of the island and is conveniently called Volcano Porto. There are 2 small marinas that take visiting yachts, but we decided to stay out on the anchor and take the dinghy ashore. As the sun started to dip into the ocean, we took the small but reliable inflatable ashore to try out a local restaurant. The next morning, as tired crews made their way ashore for breakfast, we were lifting the anchor to set sail for Lipari. But in this crowded bay, we had problems lifting the hook.
Okay, just let the anchor go. Let it go down. I'm really sorry, but our anchor is under your boat.
Somewhere.
No, Eldon, don't do it.
Yeah.
He has to move the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's somewhere underneath you.
We have a short hop to the capital of the islands, Lipari, for a lunch stop, then on to Panarea for an afternoon swim and a night on the anchor. As we left the island, we had some great views of the volcano smouldering away above the town on the island of the same name.
We are just looking for a place to anchor on this beautiful bay, beautiful little village just behind me here. And you see the church up there. Beautiful. That's what the Med has to offer to you, is just all this history which we couldn't find in the Caribbean. So I think now we understand better why people stay longer in the Med. We came to see this beautiful harbour with these beautiful houses. It's really, really nice. I'm just waiting for Simon and Eldon because this thing is really, really small. So we are kind of trying to go one at a time. So Simon is our taxi driver. And now he went to pick up Eldon. They will be here in a minute.
You will not be alone in Lipari. It is visited by hundreds of tourists a day, as it is less than an hour by high-speed ferry from the mainland. There are many sites to visit here, from the Neolithic past to the Roman era, and the many bars and restaurants along the waterfront.
I can't get over how amazing this is, how beautiful it is. just the houses and the streets, little streets, loads of churches for just one place. Yeah, it's amazing.
As if on cue, the wind piped up and we were sailing.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
With 15 knots of breeze, the Bavaria came to life, with full sail that was easily deployed with the furling system. She was steady and light on the water. A perfect sailing boat for these conditions in the Mediterranean.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Well, that fulfilled the dream of sailing today. Absolutely fantastic. We had around about 12 to 18 knots of wind, so it was blowing sort of force 3, force 4. But the boat was absolutely flying along, and we were bang on the wind, and we were doing around about 37 to 43 degrees off the wind, which we would never have done in the Cat. And she was sailing absolutely beautiful at between about 6.5 and 7 knots. And it really does make you feel that you're, you know, the boat's alive, which I've never ever got from the Cat. The Cat just went when it wanted to go, and there was very little you could do about it. But this type of sailing on a monohull, 45, 46 foot monohull, is entirely different sensation, and I see why the monohull boys love it.
Not the most comfortable chest, but the ladder to go
Might
up.
as well learn to.
It's going so well. It's going really well. The sun is just so good, and the sea is just at the right temperature. Yeah, you have to do two change.
Yeah. Because I do a big dip every time, kind of almost.
This small cove of Baia de Drotto on the south side of Panaria is a great spot for a swim and to spend the night at anchor. So how was your experience at sailing today?
It was quite amazing, really, because when the boat was heeling nearly to the water, and then you feel on the helm, it was nice. I really enjoyed it.
As the sun set over the ocean, it would be the morning by the time we went ashore and discovered the island of Panaria. With its whitewashed buildings, you could be in the Cyclades Islands in Greece. Time for some breakfast on the seashore with the island of Stromboli smouldering away in the background. Our first stop of the day was the small island of Grotto de la Mar, where Carla and Elvin made great use of the paddleboard and canoe that came with the boat. The waters around these islands are warm, clear and inviting. Carla took a head cam with her so we could see the shoreline close up from the kayak. With the island of Stromboli some 12 miles away, we decided to give it a miss and head west to Salina and the most attractive port of Santa Marina Salina on the east coast. This port can be challenging for the helmsman. You moor in the traditional Mediterranean style of stern to, with lazy lines for the bow.
You need to put the dinghy on the side. Dinghy on the side.
With experienced dockhands to help, we managed to manoeuvre successfully. However, this is how it should be done.
This island is amazing, absolutely amazing. They have these beautiful restaurants, very good quality. We went out to Portofino yesterday, which was very, very good dinner. It's beautiful little shops on one street, and yeah, everything is very, very nice. I'm really loving it this way.
The small town dates back to the Greek settlement from the 4th century. The town is laid out with two main streets from the Imperial Roman era. This is a great place for a few days of sightseeing, with tuk-tuks and bikes for hire, so you can explore the rest of the island. Day 3 of our cruise, we take the 3-hour passage to Fukudi before dropping down to the west coast of Salina.
This is the island of Filicudi. You can either anchor or get a mooring buoy, but it's very swelly. and it's not very comfortable to be at anchor here, not even on a mooring buoy. So we had a stop for lunch, and we're going back to another island because it's not very good.
Got to know you before you faded away. I got to know you, got to love you. Just keep walking down to separate ways. I can show you, escaping your pain now. You break down, you're drained now. Your heart pounds, your lips move, your eyes shine. You lose it all.
But it's doing very well. I mean, it's going around about 15 knots and we're doing 7, so it's great.
I got to know you, got to love you. One thing to say before you're fading away. I really love you. Escaping your pain now. You break down, you're drained now. Your heart pounds, your lips move, your eyes.
We had an absolutely fantastic sail coming down here. It was beautiful, so nice. It's like perfect condition.
Ocean for you to sail away. Trying
The old fishing harbour at Rinella is a great night stop, with its fishermen caves that have been chiselled right out of the rock.
together we go down to the ocean for you to sail away. Trying not to show you my emotions, and now you sail away.
It was time to head south to the west coast of Lipari and the stunning coastline marked by these beautiful cliffs.
So he charges 25 for a kilo. They're quite big. I think it's a pretty good deal. Not sure it's a kilo here, but it's fine. It's in the business, isn't it?
The Aeolian Islands have plenty to offer the yachtsman and tourist alike. Here on Lipari we have crystal-colored beach, clear waters and a great anchorage, well sheltered from the summer breezes. Beaches are rare to find on these islands, but the islands make up for it with their brutal beauty.
This is day 5 on our week charter, and I have to say the sailing grounds are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
Very
quite
good.
it's quite interesting, really. The longer you're here, the more you'll find the sort of actual rugged beauty of the place, and it sort of grows on you after a few days. The anchorages can be just a little bit swelly because we're really here in the middle of the Mediterranean, so you do get this Mediterranean swell that sort of kind of goes through the archipelago. But once you get yourself tucked in close up to
Yeah,
the
you can
shore,
find some
yeah.
small bays, very small bays with just a few boats,
Yeah.
especially because we are in September, so it's not very busy, and the weather is absolutely great, isn't it?
You do find that the seabed shelves off quite quickly,
Quite quickly, yeah. So,
So one-
make sure you have a lot of chain.
Chain,
Yes.
yeah. One of the advantages of that, of course, is it does force you to anchor it close into the shore, which means that
You are
you're
more-
getting the shelter and the protection.
More protection, yeah. Yes.
But I have to say, it's a fantastic location. I mean, you're talking really around about 10 to 15, 20 miles maximum from going from one island to another. And that really does sort of give you that sort of quick 2 or 3 hour buzz. I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday we had a fantastic sail
sailing,
down here.
yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. The wind was on the beam and the boat was alive, and one couldn't ask for any more, really.
No.